So this sister by the name of Brittany has a child with a man, and she decided to take him off of child support because it was causing a lot of issues and problems. Watch this clip.
I decided to take my son's father off of child support because it was causing turmoil in our co-parenting relationship. Recently, I looked up a few places for him to get his CDL so that he could possibly start his own trucking company, or he can even carry loads and make money for himself. What I decided was, you know what, Brittany, let me change my mindset. Let me help him help us take care of our child. And that's co-parenting.
Now, as a man on the very, 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 very tail end of paying child support, I can tell you from personal experience that child support did create some issues. And the reason why it created some issues for me and my son's mom at first is because I believe child support should be for people like who just do not take care of their children, never did it at all. And so the government has to make you do it, right? But if the guy has been there all that time, it just didn't work out between you two, and he's always taking care of his child, even after the fact he's taking care of his child, then why would you go get that system in it? Because that system, just creates a lot of problems. Then it makes the co-parenting relationship just very transactional. Because a lot of men who aren't on child support, a lot of them have said, we talking about decent men, we ain't talking about sorry dudes that never took care of their kids, or not them. Because dudes like that, I can't stand them. That's why the laws are out there the way they are now. It's because of them, not the decent men that's out here doing the right thing. There have been more men have said, I'm willing to even give more than even what the court says, because she don't have me on paperwork like that with the court. When you want extra things from the dad, or, hey, this going on, that going on, you can get that a lot more versus if you have them in that child support system, where the child support system say, pay this amount, this is your visitation, etc. A lot of times what happens is the women want that kind of relationship with the man where he's giving more than what the courts say. But that's just not going to happen when you got them people involved. Because if this man get down, maybe he lose a job. We just all this pandemic that just came up, right? A lot of people lost businesses, etc. Okay, that child support is still due. And if you don't pay that child support like you're supposed to, you could go to jail. You can get your license suspended. You cannot get your car renewed. If you have a passport, you get your passport suspended, or you couldn't get a passport at all. All these different things that can happen to you as a man because of a debt. That's what it is, a debt. Now, in America, they claim they don't have debtor's prison, but it is debtor's prison. How do you get around debtor's prison and say, oh, well, you just violating a court order, so we're just holding you in contempt? This is why they say, well, you're not being put in jail because of you owe child support. You're being put in jail because you're violating a court order, so we're holding you in contempt. That's why you're in jail. Because look at the laws, look at the books. You don't supposed to put people in jail for owing money. But in this system, it's so wicked, it tries to do everything it can to go around even things put in place to say, okay, well, that's actually a good thing they put in place. Now, this woman saying that she looked up a CDL, he can drive trucks, he can do this and that and the third. That sounds great. But for me as a man, that don't sound too good, because a woman shouldn't be trying to find you a job, bro. You should already have your job. You should already have whatever you need going on as a man. For me, the biggest favor that she did was take you off of child support, because that alone, and she want to work with you. I'm like, shoot, man. Hey, look, whatever you need, I'm there. I just appreciate what you did, because child support do cause a lot of issues and problems. It really do, especially when the child support numbers get into the 4 digits and 5 digits. Now, of course, the average man in America is not paying 4 and 5 digit child support. But when they do get up to that high, a lot of men are upset by that, especially when they just going back to child support to get more money. And for what? Because, like all that money not going to the child, when it get like that. And some of these women out here treat their children like ATM. So when you have a decent woman like that who's saying that, hey, I'm taking you off child support. It's messing up our co-parenting relationship. Then, man, shout out to Brittany. Shout out to her. And I hope you influence the masses. I really hope you do, because it's better when the parents are together, co-parenting together. It's better for the child. The child don't need to see the back and forth. And when it comes to that child support and money, it will happen. Eventually, it will happen. Now, I will say this, and I've said this many times before. When you made that child, you didn't have a white man involved in it. So why are you having the white man involved in the rearing of that child, no matter what is going on? But y'all let me know in the comments, what y'all think, fellas, especially with situation with Brittany. I like to know, do you got a situation like that, or you wish you had a situation like that? Let me know.